Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wrestling Gob. This is Letha. Travis is right there. Whoa. Yeah, he's not here quite yet, but he'll be here. He's outside doing something with our air conditioner unit, so he'll be here in a minute, though. Just chill out, slow your rolls, and have a good time. All right, everybody, it's a Friday night. We all know what that means. It is Smackdown time. Everybody's excited about Smackdown time, including Sophie. Sophie's very excited about Smackdown because Sophie loves Smackdown so much, never wants it to end, wants it to be 5 hours long instead of just 3, and is going to be sad when it goes back to 2. Nah, we know. Anyways, they're in Grand Rapids, Michigan, it looks like. Oh, Grand Rapids. Oh, Michigan. Sophie says, hi, and Sophie says, so Travis is doing a scene because we can't see him. Basically, he is out working on the air conditioning unit, Sophie, so I had to run get a part before we started, and so I figured I didn't want to be late, so I am here to make your lives miserable.
Okay, we'll see what happens.
They have their King of the Ring tournament. Sorry, what?
Just seeing what happened.
Oh. With what?
I'm done.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know.
Whatever you want to do. Everything's ready.
I gotta go put things back together.
Okay, that's fine. I can do it for a minute by myself.
But I got the part on there and turned it on, so we'll see.
Okay, so, and it fit okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Not sure what she was eating, but something. Oh, Asuka's a badass. Look at her. She's like, I'm so bad. Do, 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 do. I feel like she changed her hair color already. I thought it was all blue, but maybe it wasn't. I just wasn't seeing things. And then, will Solo and Jacob make amends is a big question, I guess, that SmackDown has tonight. Do we care? If it says 2 weeks from tonight, SmackDown goes back to 2. WWE always planned for Jey Uso to have a short reign. Oh, did they? Was that their whole plan all along, Sophie? Forever and ever? It wasn't just something they just decided to do. They were like, we know at some point we're always going to be putting the championship on him, but we're going to make it really short. I don't think so. I think that was a spur-of-the-moment crap that Triple H likes to do as whole participation trophy shit. So you can't prove or tell me otherwise because we'll never really know because they will never really say. And there's always 3 sides to every show. Every story and show and everything else. LA Knight's coming out first. Everybody should be excited about that. Oh, God. That's a very short walk to the stage there. I don't know why. Brandon is in the chat. Hey, Brandon Hewlett, what's up, my man? How's everything going? Says, what's up? Not much, man. How's life treating you? Babies and marriages and all that good jazz. Work, life. Lots of signs out there in the audience tonight in Grand Rapids and Michigan. If anybody cares to know. That's where they are tonight for SmackDown, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Yes, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Grand Rapids, Michigan. Blech. Anybody wants to know where that's at? It's in the very northern tippy-top portion of Michigan.
Not even connected to Michigan?
Oh, no, it's in Michigan. It's just in the northwestern tippy-top, close to one of the lakes up there. They get a lot of terrible weather.
So when I turn it on air conditioning, it just shuts off, like the whole thing.
Uh-oh.
It says wait and recover. I don't know what that means. So I'll have to look it up.
The thermostat does?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, it's probably because it's all reset or something. Did you turn everything off to it? That's a negative of answering that question. Brandon says, good, working my life away. I'm working in administration at my job. Oh, well, good for you, bud. Working away at the corporate ladder, huh? Not out there in the field anymore. That's fun. Sitting at a desk. Being a desk jockey instead of an out in the field jockey. That's always nice. Yeah, that's what he says. Gotta screw boys. I mean, out of stuff. That could be taken out of context very easily. You should be careful what he says and how he says it, because it could be taken completely wrong. And nobody wants that. He's fixing the air conditioning, Brandon, sorry. He's just, we've had to run our air conditioner so much more this year at the beginning of the year. We've usually don't have to run it this much until like now, until the end of summer. But we've had to run our air conditioner almost to the middle of May. It's been crazy. I don't like it. So our capacitor went out. Most likely, we're hoping. But you never know. It could be something else. Although we keep pretty good maintenance on it, so who knows. So he's just putting shit back together after we replaced a part to hopefully make sure it runs. Looks like Paul Heyman came out to interrupt LA Knight because, you know, that's it. Paul Heyman. Oh no. Do it all over again. Ronna's like, yeah, I need AC in this heat. Well, after you get used to it, right? Ooh, he wants him to shut up and get to a point. Holy shit. Ooh, not bad stuff going down. Aoife's in the chat. Hi, Aoife. It's good to see you, Aoife. How are you doing? Are you happy that summer is here and you don't have to go to school? Aoife says hi and says I'm going to see Zach Bryan in Dublin tomorrow. Ah, I don't know who Zach Bryan is. What kind of music does Zach Bryan do? Or is it not music? I'm guessing it's a concert. We are so close to the stage as well. We got the VIP ones. Damn, VIP tickets? Holy shit, girl. Good job. Ooh. Oh, Paul Heyman's telling him he needs to get out if he don't like it. Oh my god. Aoife says he's an American country singer. How do you not know him, OMG? Because I don't listen to country music, Aoife. I don't listen to a lot of new age country music. It really bothers me. I'm not a big fan of most of it. Eva says you might know some of his songs if you heard them, maybe. I don't know. That's saying something because I'm not sure. Eva says, haha, yes, I'm so glad I'm done college. I passed stuff. I thought I would fail, so I'm happy. See? Gotta have more faith in yourself. You gotta have faith. Da-na-na-na-na. You gotta have faith. I don't know the song. Travis probably could sing you the whole, like, kit and caboodle. I gotta have faith. Aoife says, how are you guys doing? We're doing okay. We're trying to get our air conditioning to work. We haven't not had air conditioning, and so we're spoiled now, and we don't know how to live without having air conditioning because it's terrible. So it's a bit warm, hence why I have no sleeves. I'm not wearing a shirt with sleeves tonight because it's hot as fuck. Hot, hot, hot. It feels like it's so warm here. I'm dying. Thought I was gonna melt at work. No aircon. Haha. Right? Now, don't let me kid you. I grew up without air conditioning, so it's not like I had air conditioning my whole life or something. I grew up most of my life without air conditioning. My parents got air conditioning. It was like the best thing ever invented. It was like, oh my god, how do people live without this shit in America? Like, seriously. There's probably some places you don't really need it. You know, like Alaska. But yeah, if it's too warm, you don't sleep good. You really don't eat, so you don't digest stuff. And then even though you're like, I should drink water or like get liquids in you, you don't because you just feel bleh. Eva says, haha, I wish we had AC. My room is like a sauna. I'm not getting any sleep. Ugh, because you're upstairs, aren't you? You're like in the hottest part of the house, huh? What's going on?
I think it might be working. It got down to 81.
Oh, is it on then?
Yeah, it's right.
It says that if to restore the power, then set the thermostat to a cooling mode and observe it. If the fan and compressor start, and then it should start beginning to blow cool air. And then you want to listen for any unusual sounds. Here's your stuff. It's on.
What's this?
On, and then double check the connections if it doesn't start. But the reason why the thermostat says what it says is just because it always does that if it's in a recovery mode, if it's really high up. And then you have to like turn the thermostat it's really high.
Yeah.
And stuff. So
Uh-oh.
like the thermostat.
Oh, he left.
Does it. It's normal.
Yeah. And when I was outside it kicked on. And so I could actually hear it because I was going to be like, I should turn it off and then have her turn it on so I can hear it. But it sounded like it all engaged. And then the pipe was kind of room temperature all day.
Mm-hmm.
Not all day, but when I checked it and I knew it wasn't working.
Yeah.
And it should be cold.
Right.
You know, because it freezes sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't. But when I touched it, it's cooler. But it could be a placebo.
Because it's so hot.
Right? Well, if you think about it, we're just northwest of Florida here in Idaho.
True, yeah. I almost was like, we should just turn the lights off in here because it's so fucking hot.
Tell her to turn off the stream.
She just turns off the lights, right? We might just talk to you guys in the dark. It's so hot.
The only problem is the camera sometimes can't zoom in or like see us. But it will. It'll be fine.
There's enough brightness.
That's what I said. It'll be fine.
Alexa, turn off the stream. That's better. We're in the dark, people. That might actually feel way better. Those lights are so warm. Sorry, guys.
This is how it feels to be in one of those political parties, I think.
In the dark?
Just be in the dark.
Sounds like it. Oh, poor Aoife.
Oh.
They're having a heat wave too, and they don't have air conditioning, of course, which they wouldn't because it's not a normal thing there.
Oh.
But of course, her room's really hot, so she can't sleep.
What's her heat wave?
Well, you know, up there it's probably 70. I'm sure it's like in their 80s. I bet.
I think it got to, well, there.
That's hot for there.
40.
Hey, stop that, kitty. Stop that. No. Brandon Hewlett, Mr. Brandon Hewlett was in here for a minute too. Anyways, Aoife says, yeah, same here, only shops and most like public places have aircon, but not all and no houses have it here because we just don't need it, I guess. All the computers and electronics will be making heat as well, which is going to make it warmer.
Oh, yeah.
It's 30 degrees Celsius.
He's like, I love it. I hate that. I was holding him up in the air by his belly.
Yeah, 30 degrees Celsius is what she said.
Yeah, so that's pretty warm.
Thanks, Betty. I don't know what it is because I don't know Celsius. I just know that they
70s.
use Celsius.
Not for us.
Yeah, but I do know
I think
that's
30, warm. What's 30?
32?
4, I think, is 100 or something like that.
Oh. Is that?
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Eva says, but I swear the heat is different here. I was talking to tourists, and they even say the heat in Ireland is just so different. Well, let's put it this way. You're on an island.
It's 86.
So you're an island, right? So you guys are an island. You're surrounded by water, right? And you're more north, right? Because they're more north than we are, right? Or are they kind of the same if you...
They're probably the
flatten it out?
same. They're probably closer to where Seattle is. Because, see, the Atlantic takes heat up, so there's probably higher. They're probably like Canada or Seattle.
Well, and I can't remember, like, equivalently across, like, you know, when you go across...
It's called the longitude.
Yeah, the longitude part of it, like, where they're at. Like, what their equivalent would be to, like, our... And their elevation's going to be different because they're a fucking island.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're really high elevation. We're almost at a mile elevation.
We are in parts of our city.
And, yeah. And so, we're really high up, and we're dry. So, it's really, we're like a desert, kind of. And so, it's really dry here. So, the heat here is, like, different than if you go to a place that's humid in heat.
38,
horrible.
basically, is 100.
Oh, yeah. So... Yeah, so you guys are in the 86. Yeah, that's pretty hot for you
86
guys.
86 degrees, yeah.
That is a fucking heat wave. I'm sorry.
I don't like 86 either, by the way.
Oh, shit, no. Ugh.
But I can live in it. I wouldn't want to. But that's what the inside of my house is right now.
That was 82, but yeah.
Close enough.
Close enough.
I've been in people's houses that are 86 in the wintertime.
I have to.
Old people across the street.
Yes. There's a mangy cat running around.
She don't give shits. Like, she turned all the way up. Fuck it. Yeah. Like, put a goddamn blanket on.
She did. She, like, wore a robe and everything, dude. It was crazy. You go over there?
Well, she had thin, like, paper skin.
I know.
And then sitting on top of what little ligaments and bones she had. You know what I mean? And some muscle, obviously.
Right.
Like that guy.
But she, you'd go over there and she'd have her normal clothes on.
Uh-huh. And
she'd have a robe. Her big, huge robes.
And then a blanket on her lap.
And then she would have slippers on and socks. And then she'd sit down and have a fucking blanket on. Just like, God, hopefully you drink plenty of tea.
She hadn't drank water since like the 40s.
Tea's fine. That works.
Literally. I'm like, 99.9999% sure in my 40 plus years, I never saw my grandma drink water.
Huh, that's funny.
In my entire life.
Huh. Oh, let's see. Aoife says, but I swear that I read that already. Aoife said, we're not built for it at all. Everyone was dying today. It was so funny. All the Germans and French were like, what here? And the Irish were just screwed. Haha, you could spot the difference straight away. French guy's just chilling in the next table over. There's Irish red in the face, sweating and trying to create shade. That's how we feel, just so you know. We're in that boat of it being too warm. Eva says, yeah, it's so humid here. I think it's 86%. Yeah, and it's a little bit, and it probably is different depending on where you're at on the island and stuff like that. But, like, there are places in the United States, no shit, that have a almost 0 sea level and are 90 to 100% humidity all the time. Can you imagine being at 80 degrees? It feels like it's 110. It's gross. Like, it makes you feel like you're swimming in a very gross, warm, uh, swimming pool all the time. Eva says, yeah, it's so humid here these days, according to the weather app anyways, right? Who knows how accurate those stupid things are. Eva is going to a concert tomorrow in Dublin. It's the Zach Bryan.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
See, he would know. He likes country.
I don't know who Zach Ryan is. Brian, but I do know that he's a country singer. My daughter is also going to a concert, but it's on Tuesday, and it's
a weird day to have a concert at Tuesday.
What's his name? He's super famous. Sounds like a goat.
Oh, Malone.
Post Malone and Donut Roll or something.
Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll.
Oh, where are they playing at?
Boise, Idaho.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
Anyways, they got VIP front row tickets. Aoife did.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they're very excited.
Are you going to go backstage and meet him?
I don't know about that. She didn't say anything about
If you're
going
loud
backstage.
enough, you can.
And
I've done it before. I did it with, what's her name? The blue-eyed girl that was Garth Brooks' roadie.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, she also had said that she passed all of her college stuff.
Martina McBride.
So she passed all of her college stuff she was worried about not passing. So she got past it. We figured she would, but you know.
So year one done. So then what? Now you got to do more?
Well, of course she has to do more. But she passed all of her classes for this time. So now she gets to go back. Anyways, Rebecca's in the chat. Hey, Rebecca says, hey, for your air conditioner, what is it on? Well, it was 82.
Well, normally I set it at 70-ish. I mean, I'm supposed to do it at 68, but I try to keep it around 70.
I don't know why.
And in the wintertime, I do it around 86 or 46. We'll get there.
68.
66.
So our heat is like 66, 68, and then our air conditioner is like 71, 73. And I would rather it be like 68, but you know.
I just feel like it costs too much. And if you don't move, you're fine. If you just lay there.
And we also have a parrot. We have a cockatiel. And so I worry about him, even though he should be okay. But he sometimes is like in the area of where like the air conditioner is blowing a lot. And so I kind of worry about him getting too cold or sick. So. All right. Let's see. If it's a crazy, cool. Yeah, Tuesday is a bit random. Right? Like, that's a weird fucking day to have a fucking concert. Eva's like Jelly Roll and Post Malone. Awesome. And Eva says, I think Zach Bryan is too famous for meet and greets unless I break on the stage. Don't do that. They'll kick you out and then you won't get anything.
They had to keep...
Take an extra bra and throw it at him. No, I'm just kidding.
They had to keep telling me to shut up and like get off the seat because I just stand on the seat. And so I was like 22 feet tall compared to everybody else.
Yeah.
People behind me couldn't see. But she loved me and she sent her security out to get me. So I got escorted to the back after the concert, obviously.
Eva says, no, I have to do 3 more. And Eva says, oh my god, a parrot. Cool. Yeah, he's just a cockatiel.
Yeah,
she doesn't talk or anything, so we're thinking it's a girl cockatiel because she doesn't talk or anything like that. And she's very angry. And her boyfriend is her little, what do you call those things?
Disco ball.
Disco ball that she has. We can't ever get rid of it because that's her friend. She loves that stupid thing. Anyways, Chris is in the chat. Hey, Chris, good to see you tonight. Says, let's go. Bliss and Ravi is now in the chat, too. Hey, Ravi says, what's going on, Frads? And Aoife says, it's in a big park. Haha, I just hop on the stage if no one looks.
Yeah.
I don't know how well that would turn out for you. Security and getting escorted out.
Where you're in a different country, they're going to be a lot more lenient. Like the actual band and
it might
security.
be the warmest water I've ever had out of that.
Oh.
It is so warm.
Put the fridge water in. Or did you do it?
I didn't do anything. Like, that is the warmest water.
I'm pretty sure I did it today. Was it full?
Mm-hmm. That's like the warmest water I've ever had out of there. That's funny.
Well, it's been sitting out in 80 degree
82
weather.
degree weather all day. Chris says, just came back from Austin. I went fishing at 2 lakes, caught 40 white bass, 1 black bass. That's a lot of fish to catch.
40?
Now, did you catch and release or did you keep?
Did you say 40?
Yeah, 40. He said 40. 40 white. Yeah, 40. They must be catch and release. It's got to be catch and release.
Or not 44.
It's 40, dude.
Well, I get it, but...
I understand what you're trying to imply, but I am reading the comment as is.
Is it like a kiddie pool? Like, I used to catch 100 of fish in a kiddie pool. You had to pay to keep them, so I just throw them back. You ever fish at Trout Haven?
No, I never fished. I don't fish. No, I don't ever fish. 1, I don't like it. 2, I got told every time if I fished, if whatever I caught, I had to eat, so I just never did it.
Like,
Yeah, absolutely no. No, thank you. And it doesn't really excite me. I'm just like, yeah, that's okay. I'm not a fan. I'll go.
I caught me a marlin!
I'll go, for sure.
You just talk on the bank the whole time?
I don't. I usually take a book, read or something. But I do sit on the bank or something. On a chair,
Put your
whatnot.
feet in the water.
I have went, deep sea fishing. Never caught anything, but I did try.
That's cool.
Anyways, Aoife says 180K tickets sold for the 3 nights. 60K a night. Crazy numbers.
That is big.
Holy shit. That is crazy.
I didn't even know there's that many people there.
Eva's like, I'll probably be on the news. Let's not. Don't do that. Robbie says, Queen of the Ring bringing back old feuds back. Rehash trash. And Chris says, holy fuck, Asuka is huge. What happened? No wonder she has had time off. Plus, Gulia is stalking her. Chris also says, yeah, I kept cutting them right now. That's a lot of fish. 40 of them? 41, technically? Chris, that sounds like that's not what you're... Are you illegally catching fish?
It's legal, it's fine. Nobody else fishes in Houston.
In Austin, you mean?
Oh, Austin.
Yeah, Austin, Texas is where we went to 2 lakes.
Austin.
Robbie says, go on, D, read in the chat, right? Ew. And Chris also says, yeah, they caught 100 of them, but we only were out there for 4 hours yesterday and 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. today. Piccolo says, top of the morning to ya. How's the Gab Gang tonight? Trying to get our house to cool down because the air conditioner went...
Yeah, I gotta go check on it. No reason.
Travis is going to go check on it to see if it went... Or continues to go...
I just want to make sure that it's working.
Do you want to leave your ear thingies here?
It feels cooler. I'm right in front of the camera.
Oh, man. Nobody can see anything. It's dark. It was so hot I had to take off my sleeves.
Just rip them off.
Chris says NXT will be here in Houston on July 12th. Robbie says, yo, fresh fish is my favorite dish. Hold my spliff. That sounds gross. Chris says, yep, white bass here is 10 inches. Black bass is 14 and a half.
It sure feels cooler.
If you put your hand in front of it, does it feel really cold?
Yeah.
Then it's probably working.
But it's still 81.
It's going to take a long time. Is Argus in front of the vent?
No, he was in the bathroom.
I bet he was. It's fucking hot as fuck. You could always move his bed so it air circulates a little bit better. I didn't even know you could get bass from a lake. I guess you can. That makes sense. People says, I took the best power nap after running errands earlier. Nice power naps. Chris says, yeah, I plan on making fish tacos out of them. Bass fish tacos, huh? I feel like that's a pretty rich fish to use for tacos. Don't they usually use like cod or something like that for those? I don't know. I don't eat fish, so I have absolutely no idea what you would use for anything. Robbie's like, just because you have a filthy mind. What the fuck are you talking about, filthy minds? What are you talking about, Robbie? I didn't say anything except for I don't like fish. At all, like any fish. It doesn't matter what kind of fish.
She eats tuna every once in a while.
Yeah, very rarely, and I don't even remember the last time I had it.
She eats shrimp.
I will eat shrimp. Again, not all the time though. It's rare.
It's because her boyfriend left on a fishing boat.
Is that why? It's good to know, sweetie.
So, yeah, it feels like things are happening, but the fan was off in the front room too.
The fan was off?
Yeah.
I didn't turn the fan off. Did you turn it off?
But now it's 80.
Yeah.
After I turned the fan on.
That's good.
So.
Why was the fan off? It was on earlier.
Did she just beat her?
No.
Oh.
They're still working at it.
Bliss has to win this. Does Charlotte show up? You know, Nikki Bella was supposed to interfere in that match when Liv got injured. That's how Liv was going to lose.
Oh, so Liv is going to lose anyways.
Because of Bella, and it was setting up their Evolution match.
Now she's going to have to find somebody else to have that Evolution match with.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, shit, now what do we do with you? We brought you back for this? Blah. Gross. Who are you talking to?
Your brother.
Me too. I was just texting him that Ace had a capacitor. And it seemed to be the correct one. Got it installed. I don't know if the 6% makes a difference though, because the one that was on there is 6%, but this one we got is 5% plus or minus. I don't know what that means.
I don't either. All I know is the first part, and that's all that matters, is that 35.5.
Yes.
That's it. The rest of it, it's whatever.
Except for probably the 440 voltage. That probably means something, I would imagine.
I told you what it meant before I went outside. When you were yelling at the dogs and all that.
I wasn't yelling at anybody. Except for you guys weren't moving.
So the 440 is voltage. So it can work up to what your brother said, a 3-phase.
Oh.
So it's heavier duty.
Well,
A 370 would have worked at that other place.
Yeah.
But it's not as heavy duty.
Right.
Because it's not made for that heavy heat of on and off, on and off, on and off.
Yeah.
On and off. But it would still work, especially
I
for.
can kind of feel it.
Yeah, especially for a short time.
Yeah, it's better to replace it to what it really is.
Right.
Not.
Well, how much was that part?
$32.
Yeah, way too much.
It was at Ace Hardware that was local, so if you're gonna buy something local, it's gonna be.
I was still gonna look and see if I can't find like an original, like a Payne or Brian one with the serial numbers, and just buy the original.
Oh. I mean, we can, I guess, and have the other one as a backup if we need to, but it's not that big of a deal.
No, now that I know what it is.
Well, I mean, like, it's not that big of a deal. A $32 part's better than
You know what's crazy is they last maximum 10 years, but normally 5.
How long have we had that AC unit?
6.
Oh.
So, just...
And we do use it pretty good. I mean, we use it a lot, considering...
Just barely over. And they just break like that, too. They just stop working. And it only stopped working on one side. So the other side still worked.
Right. That's why it still did stuff.
Uh-huh.
Piccolo says, armbar, break it, which she was doing earlier. And Robbie says, I like octopi. Yeah. Fried in a pan and some herbs and spices and some onion and some good shit, 100.
Yeah. I mean, I like Oscar, don't get me wrong, but there's no need for that to happen, what they just did right there. This is Triple H shit, going, the Japanese wrestlers are better than the Americans.
Yeah.
This is what he does. And if Jade doesn't win that match, which she won't because of the quitter,
right?
It's going to be shit show.
Oh yeah.
Asuka, who hasn't been around. I like Asuka, by the way. She carried the company. I get it, but she hasn't been around.
She hasn't.
And it's her own doing. It's not like she was injured or something. She
was injured,
but then
first.
She stayed out for longer because she didn't want to work.
No!
Why is Jade with?
Why is Jade with the garbage?
Alley trash.
No, Jade, no.
Don't pretend you're not staring at the boobs. They're on the right, though.
No. What a downgrade.
I know. Well, that's what Triple H does.
I hate Triple H. Why does he have to ruin everybody? What a fucktard. Fucking hate him. Pico's like, isn't it rubbery? I think for me, it would taste chewy like clams. I bet it still moves in the pan. That it's probably still moving around.
What the fuck are we talking about?
Octopus.
Put salt on it.
I know. Well, he's cooking it in a pan with some herbs and spices. I'm sure
right
salt's
now?
in there. Oh, poor thing. So if it's like Liv going to be out 6 months.
99% sure that that's an alien and you're eating it. So one day.
I'm not eating aliens.
They're not actually aliens. I truly believe that what we consider aliens have lived here just as long as we have. They just live in the water. And I don't mean like mermaids. I mean like in a underground city.
They live in an underground city with all the mermaids. Manatees.
Yes. So manatee is probably from there.
Yeah, Jade. Don't worry, you'll lose.
Every time there's a conflict, like a major conflict, you get alien sightings around it.
Ooh,
just saying.
Sightings. La la la! Alright. Who else is yakking? Oh. Piccolo says I may go switch to SmackDown, but I'm having a better time in Twitch chats. My bad.
Yeah, especially if there's any girls in there with their boobs out.
I do not have my boobs out.
That's 'cause you're a loser.
I only have my shoulders out. Just kidding. I do have a low cut shirt on. You can't see it though. I'd have to sit
Dun, 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 dun.
further.
She got the John
But nobody
Cena.
wants to see that. It's
She
gross.
got the John Cena boobies.
Rob is like, yeah, I feel fucked after a heavy week with work and 2-day training course. Good God, that sounds terrible.
What you training for?
How to take down crazy people.
Chokehold?
You put their arm up.
Brazilian
You
Jiu-Jitsu?
gotta put their arm up like this. So you just like, and you put your other, you have their arm up like this against their head, and then you got them in a whatever lock that is. Put your arm like this around them.
I'm gonna put you in the coochie clutch.
Oh shit. Yeah, it sounds like you need some beers and a good food and some sleep. Chris says, "Damn it, Oscar won."
A good prostitute.
Maybe a good prostitute. I don't know. Do they have those in England anymore?
Another.
With the people that are taking over, I highly doubt they'll have that. Everybody's gonna be dressed covered up from head to toe here pretty soon.
Burqa on or whatever.
Robbie says, "Go on, Oscar. Your finisher never connected, but you still won." People's like, "We're back in black." Lame.
Back in black.
Robbie says the octopus is dead and you chop it up before you cook it. It doesn't matter. Even when they're dead, they still move if you put salt on them, dude. I've seen it.
I have seen it.
It's creepy. Robbie says, like, "LOL, go, D, flash in the cleavage." Just to Travis. He doesn't even care. Chris says, "Yeah, actually, I went around Austin, so I wasn't actually in Austin. Thank goodness." Fucking libtards over there.
She used to wear amazing shirts. But that was a long time ago.
When I was young and pretty.
She'd like frame her boobs.
When I was like young and pretty and was like, oh, my boobs actually were just in the front instead of around to the side and the back. They expanded in the wrong areas. Chris says the only sacred ground over there is the Longhorn Stadium. And fishing, apparently.
And fishing.
And fishing. Fishing
in the dark.
Fishing.
Long on
Hey,
the back
Cat, what are you doing, Cat?
stars where the cool grass grows.
Piccolo says, don't forget the streamers.
Like.
Or is it D? Yeah, I'm qualified to safely restrain in 3-man team. Yeah, man. Well, I'm glad that you took your training courses to be able to restrain your crazies. It's always a good thing. I just want you to be safe when you're at your job.
That's nice.
Papa John's is like, we need to jump on that bandwagon of people like buying multiple things on this thing where it's like, this, you can buy this many products at pairings for $6.99 or whatever it is.
Buy one, get one.
What Pizza Hut does it all the time, the $5.99 deal.
Yeah.
Or, it used to be like $5 or some shit.
$5, $5.
Yeah. No, it's like $8 or some shit now.
That's because everything costs more than it used to.
It doesn't, but they say it does. They're just liars. They're just all greedy.
How about this?
Bastards.
The thing's still exactly the same. It just takes more pieces of paper to buy it.
And it shouldn't, but it does.
That's
what are you doing over there, cat?
Hey.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
It's like watching TV. What
Are you
doing?
watching? He's like, I'm watching those spark bugs go over the screen.
Oh, there's Chill.
Chris says Bliss versus Green. Piccolo, oh, Leopold sneaky. Yeah. He was over there hanging out.
She would have been building her own parliament by now.
Mm.
Because she was going to be queen.
Mm. You having a good time over there, Leopold? What you doing, buddy?
Not if I make it a fake holiday. That's what she just said.
Chelsea? That's funny shit.
That's fucking fake.
Oh my god, I love her. Good for her. Somebody's got to say it.
Charlotte just said, I'm going to tap you out tonight. And she said, not if I make it a fake holiday, you won't. Fuck.
Oh, Chris says, why is Pretty Dudley wearing FTR colors? Maybe they wanted to be like the old school TVs. And they wanted to be colorful against black, I guess. I don't know.
Did we see Zelina Vega already or something?
Nope. She's probably after this.
Oh, maybe she'll be right after. Cool stuff.
Yeah, totally cool.
Is that your favorite movie?
No. What is it?
The Brokeback Mountain.
No. It's yours, though. Oh, no. Not being attacked. Oh, no. Oh, poor guy.
Why is R-Truth beating people up?
I don't know. Maybe he just wants to do stuff. Chris is like, R-Truth.
I don't know if I can handle this R-Truth. This is payback for people wanting him back, I think. Oh, you want him back? Okay.
And they're like, we're going to make him weird.
We'll bring him back as some weirdo.
Wah, wah. Oh, no. Poor Aleister Black. He's just like, what the hell's going on?
He knows how the women feel now. When they just do random shit.
Like what's happening on our screen, on the screen you're doing stuff on. It's weird. Why are you being so rando?
Me?
What?
Or the TV?
You.
I picked one movie. How's that random?
Oh, back.
How far?
Right there.
This one? Or that one? This one?
I thought it was something different, but I don't think it's the one I was thinking.
Here.
I don't want it.
Of course you don't. Just want to tell me what to do.
Yeah, I do.
What about this?
What's the one up there?
I don't know where you went.
Keep going.
Up?
Right. Oh, it's that right there. It's that one.
Life as we know it. No idea.
People was like, yeah, you know I was going to say what was lacking. The comic relief.
Muppets from Space?
No.
What? Don't tell me no.
Yes.
This?
Which one is that one?
I don't know. You're the one that said yes.
What is that? It
Need
looks
for
like
Speed?
it's something that was
What year?
14. Is it based off of a game?
Probably. No retreat, no surrender.
Is that Jean-Claude Van Damme?
I don't know. Maybe. It could be him, I guess. I don't know if it is, though. That's one thing I don't like, is that it doesn't
Tell you who's in it.
Mm-hmm. It does if you download it.
Right. Well, nobody wants to just download something and be like, so what is this about? Right. Let me look it up. What is it called?
No retreat, no surrender. I think I remember it from when I was a kid. Is it from the 80s?
Yes, from 1986.
Ooh, I don't know if Van Damme was around yet. And if he was, he'd have been young.
Yes, he was. He was around during that time.
Old Goldberg.
It is, yeah. Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Cool. Might as well take it,
Yeah,
man.
it's a fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. I thought that looked like him. It's like, that's him.
Oz the Great and Powerful.
It's a martial arts film. Ew, gross.
The Prestige.
I feel like these are movies that should have been. I know that there's one that's nowadays. I'm pretty sure that Rear Window is the one with Jim Carrey, one of his.
Mm-hmm.
But not this one, that's from 54, but there's a newer one redone of it.
Nice.
Piccolo says Muppet Treasure Island has a special place in my heart.
It's a good one.
I had went to second base with my girlfriend at the time.
Bam.
Less than 10 people in the theater. Only second
I heard
base.
that third base is a lot further than I thought it was.
What's that? One part of that one thing. Third base is further than people think.
Than I thought it was.
Oh.
That's what Brick said.
That's right. That's right. I'm like, where did
I was hanging out with my friends and I learned that third base is a lot further away than I thought it was.
That's funny.
That surrogate sounds familiar. Isn't that where they put people into? Isn't that Bruce Willis?
Yeah.
Pretty sure that was a movie I've heard of.
Oh.
The American Nightmare. It might not be there. Some of these just didn't work, so I just deleted them.
Oh.
I think that's
Like they
used
never
to.
worked. That's weird.
Isn't it?
Yeah, that's Clint Eastwood. I don't know what that is though. What is it? Go back to it. What does it say?
It's called White Hunter Black Heart.
Filmmaker
Oh, it's
travels.
about an elephant hunter.
Oh, he constantly leaves to hunt elephants.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't want to watch that. I don't want him to be tainted by doing a movie about hunting one specific elephant because he's crazy.
What about Wander?
Wonder?
Wander.
It's wonder.
It's Wander.
It's wonder. Like you won something.
Durr.
Yes, stir indeed.
Do you want it?
I don't think so, no. Not for me.
I think that's what's
his face in there. That's a crooked nose guy. Chris
Whoa.
says if WWE was... Wow.
Wow.
Chris says if WWE was real, they would have made it Goldberg versus Braun Breaker and passed the torch.
Too early. But yeah, I know what you're saying. That's too early to pass a torch to Braun just because he's so young.
Yeah, young.
He needs to have at least a huge fan base over like 7 years or something. I think literally there's like a weed outside and it's been dead for like maybe 10 years. And it was right by the air conditioner and I pushed it out of the way and I let it go and it went whook, and got me right in the eye.
I bet it hurts too.
Like an old piece of straw.
Nice.
Like,
I thought it feels deliciously great.
Yeah.
So what you always like is having your eyes poked out by weeds.
Mm-hmm.
Like your blanket that you used in there
Mm-hmm.
has all those grody weed things on it.
Yeah.
You should probably get rid of them.
The blankets, just throw them out.
Like your blanket. Pico says, or bring back Riddle as Goldberg's manager. LOL. Good God. Ew.
They don't even like each other. That's funny.
Pico is like, then we'd know Trips was trolling the fans.
Right.
Chris says, Travis over on NXT, there is Izzy Dom. She is getting over. And I'm starting to like her as well. She could become women's champ, but there is Mariah May.
Yeah, there's a roadblock there, and I think they did that on purpose. And hopefully they can wait on Mariah May. Although she should probably just come up to the main roster and bring her sassy attitude with her. Her lesbian stuff didn't work very well with the fans down in NXT. She says she's been waiting to get in bed with the women in NXT. And like nobody even they're like you like in a,
That's
like
silly.
like a normal bed? Like what kind of bed are you?
What a bunch of weirdos.
Yeah, it was lost on them. The main
Sad.
roster would have liked it.
Chris says they're passed the torch to Wardlow. Does he even exist anymore?
He's an American Gladiator. This coming season.
That's good, I guess.
Hey, who was that NASCAR lady with the flag?
I have no idea.
She should be a world champion. Ethan the Booker T. Is that Peyton Manning's brother? Eli? That's fun. Tomorrow, SummerSlam. Kickoff. You gonna be there?
No.
In New York City?
No, gross.
You don't want to get any Gomorrah on you?
No. Nope.
Hey, look it. There it is. September 13th. Clear your calendar. WWE will probably be like, we're going to put a pay-per-view that day.
Put a pay-per-view what?
That day.
Oh.
We're like, oh, look, let's advertise for them. By the way, we have a pay-per-view at that exact moment. Although it starts at 11. Or was it, or is that 2, 3? No, we're before, so 11:30. Jamie Noble. R-Truth literally looks like, first of all, I don't know how you can do your hair like that. Like, how's that even possible? Did they shave it in between, or is that braided? And if it's braided, how the hell did they get it braided? There's no hair.
It's just his braid. It's just his hair.
Thanks, sweetie. I'm asking how it's his hair. Or did they shave in between?
They shaved in between.
Okay, that's what I was asking. It's kind of fun.
Ugh,
It-
Damian.
Although, what is Damian involved? Anyways, what I was looking at his hair is it looks like he was like in shock therapy. Or
Yeah, right?
R-Truth done lost it. No little Jimmy. Just intenseness.
Can't do that. Chris says the only action that with May I want to see is maybe with Petrovic or Sol Ruka. Maybe Tatum Paxley. Scissoring time.
Like, I'm a huge fan of Jade Cargill, you know that. But there was a video of her, and like she had fallen out of the ring, and she like was adjusting her shorts in case her vagina was hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
There was a comment in there, and I laughed so hard. But like, I mean, obviously it's insulting, but at the same time, it was hilarious. It's like her balls were stuck, or his balls were stuck to his leg. Like I couldn't help but laugh because it's funny, you know. Like obviously it's a girl. She has kids, for fuck's sakes.
Why was he saying her balls?
Did you not hear that? She went like this
Right.
because she was making sure that she was in her bottom, and he said his balls must have been stuck to his leg.
Oh, jeez.
Chelsea Green tonight main eventing with Charlotte.
What?
It's not really a main event, but it could be our main event. Remember, our main event's different than theirs.
It's true. Because we're not going to be here all night.
I'm ready to leave now.
Me too.
Hey, we'll just leave after the first hour. Starting a new trend. Here comes Cody. Cody.
Sophie's now letting you know that July 4th is a temporary change to 2 hours, and the real change to 2 hours is August 15th, because USA Network is debuting a new show after SmackDown.
So
what you're saying is they're liars.
So they're temporarily doing it for one show?
Yeah, and then the rest of the time through August 15th is 3 hours.
So why would they just do one show a half hour or an hour early? Just because it's the 4th, so you can go shoot
because they're debuting a show after it.
Not to mention, let's talk about this. Who the fuck's gonna watch SmackDown on a Friday night on the 4th of July at 11 o'clock at night?
Nobody, because
when you be out watching fireworks?
It's 2 hours on July 4th.
I understand that. I'm saying like if it wasn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I would not be watching it. I would be doing something else.
Yeah.
That's why it's taped, because nobody cares.
We won't be here.
No, we won't.
I can tell you that now.
Yeah, we're not going to be
There's
here.
no chance.
We're not going to be here for the July 4th showing.
On the 4th. I might come the July 5th and talk to you guys about it.
Chris says Priest versus Black Dark's characters. Sophie says from July 11th to August 8th, SmackDown will still be a 3-hour show. And Chris says, oh my god, what is that match card of Chelsea Green? Look at her face. I know, I saw it. It looks like she's like on something. Her face was all stupid. Pico's like, oh, so Caitlin Clark was all over the sports news yesterday.
No way.
No way, all over the sports news.
You know she's the most popular athlete in America, besides LeBron James.
Sophie says they officially announced in the press release that Goldberg's final match will be at Saturday night's main event. And Picola says, I heard she was compared to MJ when they had the bad boy Pistons always roughhousing him.
Yeah, I mean, let's not go that far. Nobody's MJ, but she's definitely an all-around type player. You could put her there with, like, LeBron or something, but you can't put her with MJ. She's just not an elite scorer.
Sophie's like, right, yeah. Sophie says, I don't know why. Robbie's like, what the fuck is Cody going to tell us? And Chris says, damn it, I have to work on the 4th.
He's actually going to ask you what you want to talk about.
Yeah, he's going to say,
he's very polite.
Talk about it, blah,
McKenna
blah,
called
blah.
me today at noon when she woke up, and she needed to talk to somebody because she didn't want to go back to sleep. And so she was like, so I asked the same question. I was like, so what do you want to talk about? And she starts laughing. I was like, it's Cody Rhodes.
That's funny.
Here he comes, Jey Uso. These two are going to be wrestling each other.
So great.
He brought a little girl out.
He's been doing that a lot lately, bringing a kid out.
Yeah, he's a kidnapper.
Yeah, he basically kidnaps children. Chris says, you're also forgetting Showtime Otani. Sophie says, now it makes sense why there were conflicting reports.
I'm definitely not forgetting about Otani. I didn't even think about him.
On when.
That means he's not as popular.
Right. Robbie's LOL laughing.
He could be the most popular baseball player in Japan.
It could be.
I'm just saying, like, that's definitely possible. But not in America. And the beauty of it is Caitlin Clark's not even in a big city.
No. She's on like a really blah team too.
Indiana.
Uh-huh.
But they brought in that girl from the Suns, or from the Phoenix team. That girl that you showed me,
Sophie Cunningham?
Yeah. To be a
enforcer. She's fucking people up left.
And she really is.
Good for her.
She's been that way her whole career, I guess. I didn't know that.
Nice.
They were showing highlights of her past. That's why they brought her in.
Good.
And now she's a star. Do you know she's got the second most selling jersey? Well, no, hers is first right now. Selling jersey in basketball, let alone any basketball. That's men's and women.
That's funny.
And Caitlin Clark's number 2.
But
But Caitlin Clark's been number 1 for months.
Robbie's like, Jey Uso, oh dear, LOL. And Sophie says July 4th isn't that big of a deal. SmackDown or Raw have been on July 4th before. And Chris says, yeah, at one point, Otani and Okada were actually popular in Japan.
I would assume Otani's still popular there. I bet you the Japanese people watch him, like, on TV and stuff.
why would they?
When they play the Dodgers. And they love the Dodgers anyway. They even have a team named the Dodgers there. At least they used to. A professional team. I can't remember the first name, like the city.
Chris says, but how could we ever forget Paul Goldschmidt?
Is he still playing though? Like I know I love Paul Goldschmidt, but he's not a star. I mean, he's a star in baseball. Baseball players usually don't cross over unless they're transcending, like Derek Jeter, Barry Bonds. Because even Albert Pujols wasn't a transcendent. He was one of the greatest of all time.
Right.
Jeter just lucked out because he was in New York. A-Rod went to New York, and then obviously he was the better player than Jeter, but he moved to third and let Jeter stay at short. And they'd have been way better off moving Jeter either to second or third.
Instead of keeping him at short.
Yeah, and letting Alex play shortstop because he was a stud. But he's like, I don't care. I'll get bigger and stronger and hit more home runs. I don't give a shit.
Chris says Bo Jackson.
Yeah, Bo Jackson's a stud. 80s. Literally my favorite athlete ever is Bo Jackson. And I'm a huge Barry Bonds fan. And by the way, Barry Bonds is a better baseball player than Bo Jackson. Not even going to compare the two in baseball. But Bo, at the time, was the man. Like, bull sports, dominated for a minute. An elite athlete. He went to the combine, and he wasn't going to go to the combine.
Really?
He's like, hey, go open the doors at the end of the field. And he ran his 40 and just kept running. He just left. That's it. He just ran his 40, ran out of the building, and left. That's Bo Jackson.
Chris says crazy Rafael Devers is in San Francisco now. And Sophie says whoever wants Vince back is nuts.
Rafael Devers. How do I know that name? Who the fuck is that?
I don't know.
Rafael Devers. I swear to God that's like a swimmer or something, but it's not. Devers.
Devers, maybe?
Yeah, no, you're saying it right. I think it's a baseball player, maybe.
Sophie is making comments. Whoever wants Vince back is nuts.
Nah, you're full of it. You
Bill
know
says,
better. Vince is 10 times better than this shit.
This is just a weird fad thing.
Did you not like The Rock? Did you not like Stone Cold Steve Austin? Shawn Michaels? Bret Hart?
This is like the whole Daniel Bryan
Hulk Hogan.
stuff all over
All
again.
Vince McMahon.
Yes, no.
Batista.
No. Piccolo says hip to the game like Bojack. So it says Nikki Bella was supposed to arrive on Raw to interfere with the Liv Kyrie match, but thanks to Liv's injury, they have to scrap that. Travis said that earlier.
She wasn't in here.
You know, Chris says Rafael Devers is from the Red Sox. Now he's in the Giants.
Oh, that's right. I know who Devers, whatever. Does that mean they brought up their prospect, their shortstop prospect that they had? What's his name? I don't know. At the same time that the Arizona took that other shortstop, and they went back to back in the draft. It's been a minute since I paid attention. You know, I have a fantasy baseball team, and I'm pretty sure I haven't checked it this season. Like my roster once.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh, that's funny.
I need to go make sure everybody's healthy.
Chris says, did you not like bra and panty matches? Right? The
Right.
event stuff.
Well,
Pico says, did you not like Gold Dust and Booker segments? Sophie says, I'm not the only one that don't understand why people want Vince back.
Well, we wouldn't have Sami Zayn right now, and that would be a plus.
Right? People says,
Wouldn't have Jey Uso in the ring
segments.
right now. That would be a plus.
Sophie says the Gold Dust Booker T segments were hilarious.
But not
well,
if
that
Vince,
sure in the hell wasn't a Triple H thing.
Not if Vince wasn't there.
That's funny. Oh, what? Oh, people says rock and sock segments, connection segments. So he says about the Goldust R Truth segments. Chris says have Goldberg come out and spear Jackhammer Sami Zayn. LOL.
Right.
Something like that.
I feel like it's getting cooler. Yeah, the loser in the middle.
This is a terrible segment. It's boring. Nobody wants to listen to this crap. Sophie says Goldberg could beat Gunther and Seth could cash in on him. Chris says then have LeBron break her, put Sami Zayn in Steiner recliner. People's like, sometimes I randomly go on YouTube to search for this. Is your life Rocky? What?
At the middle of the Ming Dynasty?
Uh-huh.
He did it in the middle of the Ming. That was years ago.
Sophie says, do you think CM Punk would be back in the WWE if Vince was still there?
No. Another bright spot. Definitely not.
Except for the people that really like him.
He'd be unemployed because he tried to beat up his last boss.
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't be able to beat up Vince.
True.
It's 77.
Oh, good. I think it might be working.
You did it.
I didn't do anything.
You yelled at me about it, so you did it.
Well, yeah, because who the fuck wouldn't want to fix it?
I was trying. And now it's fixed. And it's still blowing cold air.
That's probably a good thing.
Oh, how precious is that? Oh, look, it's Randall. If Randall doesn't beat Sami Zayn, I think everybody should boycott the sport.
What?
No, and I'm not just saying that.
You think that Triple H will...
No, Triple H won't like Randy.
I know.
Because that's a Vince guy.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't leave your earphones there.
No, I'll get in trouble for everything.
Well, you don't know what they can hear and not hear.
These
microphones are supposed to be so great. Yeah, but these microphones are supposed to be so great and pick up a whole bunch of stuff, so...
So all they are is great. There is nothing else.
Okay, whatever. Chris says it's so hilarious that JC Jane is NXT champion, literally a jobber champion. Like most of the champions that Triple H and or slant-eyed, cross-eyed guy puts in. Piccolo says the slander. Robbie says Randy Fraudition. Randy Fraudton. Chris says, yeah, boycott all wrestling, not just WWE.
Randy's so much bigger than everybody else.
Right? It's funny.
And he used to just be the average
guy. So he says, I like 3 out of the 4 men in this segment. And Jey Uso. You like 3 out of the 4? But you don't like Cody?
Wait, Cody's the one you don't like?
Sophie says,
You like Sammy?
I like 3 out of the 4
4
men in the segment. And Jey Uso. That's the 4 people that are in there. Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, Randy Orton, and Cody Rhodes. Who's the person you don't like? People says, why everybody talking smack on Randy? I don't talk smack on Randy. Although it is kind of funny. Sophie says Cody versus Randy could be very interesting. It's too close to my face.
I would fucking thrive there.
I know. It's funny. But I get it. Like Aoife said, it's 86 there. That's fucking crazy hot for them. It's not the same. And I get it when you're not used to it. Like I wonder what their advertised normally are. You know what I mean? Like the mid 70s maybe if it gets that high. Might be their normal.
I have no idea, yeah.
Anyways, Lonnie is in the chat. Hey, Luna says no. Had Vince was still in charge, Punk would have gone to TNA instead. Chris says Joe Hendry versus Iguana Man was just a measuring stick contest on who can entertain the crowd more. Robbie says more BS talking wins the fighting. Sophie says J.U. so I like him, but I'm not a big fan. So your 3 out of the 4 is you don't really like Jay. Got it. Luna says, and happy Trans Pride Month, everyone. Okay. Sophie says if Vince was still in charge, AEW probably wouldn't be where it is at now. And Robbie says, can't stand Cody. Sammy probably the better one, LOL, than Randy. Sure, Robbie. Whatever you say, bud. So he's like, I've always been a Randy Orton fan. People's like, see? Well, we know that Robbie doesn't know anything. I swear he just bends over and literally uses his butt to type on his phone. Sophie says if Vince was still around, WWE and TNA wouldn't be in a partnership.
That is,
and they wouldn't have bought AAA.
A fact, 100%.
I think I'd be okay with that.
100% okay.
I mean, they could be okay with the TNA matching up. I think at some point he might have done something of that nature, but the buying of AAA is fucking stupid as fuck. Robbie says, yeah, UK is hot. Got me burning up. LOL. And Piccolo says, you either like Randy or you like Cena. You can't root for both. They're arch rivals. So he's like, I like Cena, both of them. I like both Cena and Orton. I don't know. Poor dog. Making dinner like a 90s mom.
90s moms. Oh, like with
Shake and bake chicken is the dinner of the
Oh yeah, I remember that.
night. They don't give you the bag anymore, so you have to have your own bag.
Shake and bake.
Yeah.
Shake and bake. Whew.
Feels like it's like you're a Manning fan or a Brady fan. Robbie says, just because you like Cody don't mean I like Cody. It's just the person that you are liking. I don't care if you don't like Cody either, but it's just weird that you like Sammy. It's just weird, dude.
Oh, is this match actually happening now?
Yeah, it's happening.
Why didn't Triple H desecrate the apron here? And just on Raw he does it. Why not on SmackDown as well?
What do you mean desecrate the apron?
Look at the floor.
Maybe it's because they're on USA and they're not allowed to.
And they don't want sponsors.
They can't have advertising sponsors on USA because they're on a network that's owned, and they would probably have to pay whatever for them to show it, whereas in Netflix it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm betting
Pay-per-views
that's
that way
what
too.
it's for.
I mean, he did put the WWE sign there, which Vince wouldn't even do that, but...
Yeah, I get it, but at the same time... But that's the only thing I can think of is that they will never have advertisers on SmackDown because it's on USA Network. Because it's USA Network. But, whatever.
It's crazy the difference in the temperature.
Not really.
From 80 to 77. Way
so
different.
Good. And those lights not being on helps.
And 82 to 77.
And all the lights on in the house and having them off helps too. Don't have all the lights on.
Of course you would say that. You're a terrorist against electricity.
I am a terrorist against electricity. I'm a terrorist against having lights on all the time in the house when you don't need them on. Especially when you're not even in the room and haven't been in there for like 5 hours. Why
I might
still
go
have the
back
light
in
on?
there at some point.
When? 2 days from then?
Good.
So,
Then
turn
I
the
don't
light
have
off.
to do this. What if I sprain my wrist?
Good. Maybe you should use your wrist differently. So that you don't sprain them on just turning the light on, you weirdo. Somebody says, do you think WWE would still be selling out every arena if Vince was still around?
Of course. It's the name that sells. You could take it to the bank. It's not Triple H the reason they're selling out.
Robbie's like Jade with her ASMR entrance. She has one of those? Sophie says, I think if Vince was still around, Rusev, Andrade, Alistair, and other people that jumped from AEW to come back to WWE wouldn't have.
Fact. Yeah, he cut those people for a reason.
There's a reason why garbage is put outside in the dumpster bin.
Like, Triple H is like my sister. I'll give you a prime example. I can go outside and clean my yard and throw shit in the dumpster, and my sister goes out there and gets it and brings it back.
Yeah, to the yard. It's not like she takes it away somewhere else and uses it.
I'm like, get the fuck out of the garbage. Like, seriously, I'm throwing... Well, I could use that. Or somebody could... I'm like, the ladder's broken. Like, the bottom of it is broken. Well, just don't step on that rung. It's like, oh, Lord.
Well, then take it with you and you do something with it. Literally, I'd be like, get it off my property. Like, because if it stays on my property, it's going in the dumpster.
It's a prime example. Vince understands talent, and he's not overwhelmed by the possibility of making a superstar. And if you look at Triple H, he doesn't understand how to make a superstar. And he would rather just bring in established wrestlers from outside so he doesn't have to put in any work.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's literally like self-booking. Like, oh, let's play fantasy. You and you wrestle. It's like, why are they wrestling? We'll figure that out. But we just want those two to wrestle right now.
Right. We don't know why.
Well, Tony Khan does the same shit.
What the difference?
Instead of like, because they don't understand. Vince was special because he built it. And it's different. Probably shouldn't compare them anyways. But Triple H is Tony Khan, and Khan is Triple H for the same reason, is that they didn't need to build the company. It was built by somebody else. And so all they know is like, hey, let's bring in wrestlers. And Vince was like, let's make wrestlers. Let's find stars. Let's make people that can be movie stars one day.
Exactly. Robbie says, is it me or does WWE have some new camera angles?
Probably.
And then Piccolo says, God, I gotta help out my neighbor remove his dad's crap out of a storage unit.
There you go.
It'll be a flashback to 130 degrees, removing and putting things back in a minivan Connex in Iraq. Ugh, gross. Oh, dude, like, that's the worst. Those fuckers better be getting up at 6 o'clock in the fucking morning and going doing that shit. There's no goddamn way that you should be out there. No. What he's doing.
Oh, okay.
The storage unit. No way you should be out there in the heat of the goddamn day, middle of the day doing that crap. I hate that shit. People who fucking want to do their shit at the middle of the fucking day. So irritating.
My sister's like, I have an idea. Let's work from 1 to 5. Like in the morning?
Right?
She's like, no, it's July. It's fine.
It's July.
It's fine. It's
fine. It's fine. You get heat stroke? It's fine. It's fine.
Just drink more water. It's like, fuck you. I had the worst headache after working out there yesterday, and it's like, it was 110 degrees. No, not this last time, but when we were working on that shed over there.
Yes. Yeah.
She got a headache. I'm like, well, I got my head bashed in with a 4x4. Had a dent for 8 months. It's fine.
That's all fine.
I'm pretty sure it's gone now.
Right?
There's still a little something there, but for the most part, my dent's gone. How is that a dinosaur movie?
Oh my god, they made it weird.
It looks like Godzilla
they made
with
it
Down
weird.
syndrome.
Yeah, right? It's like, oh my god. like in a worst way possible. They're like, no, it's so cool. I was like, no, how about
There was a movie in the 70s, 80s, and it was called Prophecy or The Prophecy,
Mm-hmm.
and it's about a grizzly bear,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what that reminds me of. That Jurassic Park one.
Right.
Have you seen it? The movie I'm talking about?
I
The
don't think.
Prophecy?
I don't think so.
It's one of my favorites when I was a kid, but anyways, I used to call it the Inside Out Bear
Yeah.
because it looks like it's just like there's no skin. It looks like it's just like guts, like the whole thing like looks like it's made out of guts.
Mm.
But that's what that reminds
That's
me.
weird.
Yeah, well, of course, it's like a grizzly, but it's not because it's mutated.
Mm.
It's dumb. Great show though.
Let's see. Sophie said, I like the commentators are themselves. They don't sound like they are robots. Pico says, better not be dicking around all day tomorrow. Sophie says, it'll be interesting if you get new subscribers. We need to become a podcast. Sophie says, I have Randy Orton to win this. Quicola says, huh? Oh, I thought she spits water to mist every time she enters a room. Never mind. Sophie says, people think the quitter over on the AEW is doing what she is doing in there to walk back into the WWE at some point.
Who knows? Triple H would let her back. You know he would.
Yeah, he likes quitters. Hassan Terrell's in the chat. Hey, Hassan says, hi there, guys. How was your Juneteenth day yesterday? Well, the 19th was a good day, I guess. Robbie says, so NXT is not developmental anymore. Well,
Yeah,
they're
it is.
mental, all right. Sophie says, Undertaker is interested in joining the creative team. Gross.
Yeah, you see why I call it the Inside Out Bear.
Uh-huh. Undertaker is interested in joining the creative team. I thought he already was. People says TK's background if you may want to snooze through this. Chris says, but I have some leftover Mexican food as we went out to eat from our trip. We are tired now, but we are back home, fish cleaned. Now we'll have some for tomorrow and then the rest this weekend. Make your fish tacos. Sophie says, Jonathan Coachman said that TKO wants to sell the WWE, which doesn't make sense. Why? If it's not bringing money or profits in, why would they keep it? They're a big, huge corporation. They cut things like that. Hassan Charles says, happy summer, guys. Yeah, Hassan, thank you. Happy summer to you. Sophie says, I feel bad for people who work outside in the heat all day. New York high schools aren't even done yet. Some schools in New York ends next week.
Oh, fuck you.
Piccolo says TK was an avid tape trader and on the wrestling chat boards, and he was inspired by lucha wrestling, hardcore wrestling, independent wrestling. Since his dad was always working with Chicago, I guess he's a Chicago guy.
Yeah, who knows?
Mm.
All I know is that he is, and it's funny because it reminds me of like the old, what's his name, Happy Madison production guy.
Oh,
Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler.
He has a wealthy father that'll do anything for him. And so he asks his dad to buy him real life size play toys.
Mm-hmm.
And then he did. So his action figures are actually real humans and he gets to play with them. By the way, Randy Orton is still somehow in a match with Sami Zayn. This match should have been over 10 minutes ago. But Sami's still somehow in it. This is the bad booking on Triple H's side, right?
Yeah. Sophie says, one year from yesterday, we are getting Toy Story 5. And then Sophie says, because TKO just bought the WWE. So?
Yeah, I mean, they could do other things with it. They could turn it. So, as an investment group, they can turn it, meaning they can change the way that people buy the stock in it. They can also trade it, as in literally trade it for another company.
Mm-hmm.
Or they can merge it with another company. There it is. Hurry.
I mean, Sophie says TK has also idolized Vince McMahon.
Sami Zayn said something to him too.
Mm.
Fuck, dude. That match went on way too long. Randall Orton with the dub. Clean, too. 15-time world champion. It's coming. Now, Cody has to lose to Jay, but not clean. There's going to have to be some way that happens, like a feud starts or something. And then Randy beats Jay. Because you don't want Randy to beat Cody, and you don't want Cody to beat Randy. Because
Right.
that doesn't help either one of them. Look how intense and focused she is. She just looks like she's bored.
Walking and just bored as all get out.
She's so tense.
Intense and focused.
Final Destination. Oh no, Destination 10 could be fun. I want to watch one of these shows one of these days, but I never ever know when or how.
Is that your DVR? It's on NBC. I'm just kidding.
And plus, I don't know when it is. They never tell you all the stuff you need to know. They're just like, look, this show's on. Look it up for yourself and figure it out.
It's on Tuesday.
Yeah, but is it already started?
I don't know, maybe. Just Tuesday.
Why are they doing it in the summertime? Is that a normal thing? Do they usually do shows in the summer?
Yeah, they do. Weird shows. Good lord. Why is she killing people?
Part 2. It's Meg. Isn't it? Yeah.
The fuck?
Well, we haven't seen part 1 yet.
I know, but it's just weird no matter what.
She's a dog.
Yeah, that part is so strange that she runs like that. Why can't she just run like a normal person?
Right, or a robot.
And really fast.
Super fast, yeah.
Yeah, super fast.
Ting, 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 ting. Like ting, ting.
Yeah, like ting, ting.
He was the guy that was beating people with feet, and he had no feet.
Mm-hmm.
What's the temperature outside? Do you know?
I don't, sweetie.
It says it should drop about 1 degree every 15 to 20 minutes, depending on your insulation and the outside temperature. Is that your bro?
No, that was her daughter's Snapchat. 81, supposedly, according to that weather app. Or 73. No, sorry, 73 right now. It's supposed to be 73 degrees right now. It's supposed to. We're supposed to have a wind advisory, I guess.
Of course we are.
Till 9.
Wait, it's windy?
It's supposed to be windy.
Oh.
17 miles an hour isn't that big of a deal. The fuck kind of a rain advisory is that? Or wind advisory is that? Yeah, tomorrow it's only supposed to be like 65 degrees.
Good thing we got the
Air conditioner fixed, yeah. Oh, I can't wait. I was like, yes. Which is funny, it's supposed to go low, but it's not like we're getting like storms or something with it. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
Me. Yeah, it was kind of shitty when I came in and it was hot, and I was like, oh, must have froze. So I went down there, and there was nothing. Like, and I touched the cover, nothing. I opened it, felt the, inside there. No, nothing. I was like, well, it's something else. Fuck. And it was like 350 or something, and so I was like, you better not come out.
Still have to come home.
Uh-uh.
It's a good thing I did, because I still had to go get a part and figure it out, where to get it and stuff. Staying away wouldn't have helped. There's a weird, creepy, mangy cat running around, by the way. Around the
It's
neighborhood.
got mange.
I don't know. No, it doesn't have mange. It just looks mangy. Like it looks like not a cat. Like it's got really terrible, like its fur's all matted looking, and I don't know where it came from, and I haven't seen it before. It's like black. Have you seen it before? It's like long haired and black. It was over here by our lilac bushes, and then it ran across the street, and Taylor was out. And so we're like looking at it because we waved at each other, and I was like, she like looked at the cat, and I was looking at the cat, and I was like, that's a pretty mangy looking cat. I was like, I haven't seen that cat before. And she's like, I haven't either. And then it ran over to the neighbor's house. And then it went down there in the bushes there and stuff and made her dogs all crazy.
A lot of birds. What is it? Naya, tell us.
She sounds like she has a cold.
Right. Yeah. Security guard.
Not her. Oh no!
Too tame.
She's her face.
It's too tame.
His face was like she was rolled her eyes up in her head. And it was just like, ugh.
Ludwig.
What? Are they not dating anymore?
Remember, he's in Charlotte's DMs.
Oh. Where is he? Did he die? I haven't seen Ludwig Kaiser for a while. Where's Chris? Chris, where'd you go? Isn't he your guy? Don't you love him? She sounds like she's got a cold or something.
This is an interesting outfit. I think I've seen it in Young Guns, too.
A prostitute. I can see it.
She got naked and rode off on a horse. Okay.
Chris says, damn, I need all the blonde in the ring. Tiffy, Petrovic, Bliss, Charlotte, Mariah May, Drip Kaiser. Where is he, Chris? I haven't seen him. Where'd he go? They still dating? They still together? They gonna get married? They gonna have babies?
Bring Carmella back. Oh, God.
Oh, no, not her leg chopped over her neck.
Hulk Hogan style leg drop.
Not the leg drop. Robbie's like laughing on a horse. What? The whore on a horse?
A whore on a horse. I don't keep with whores anymore.
Is that the one where she went out in her underwear and got on the horse?
She's naked, but yeah.
Oh, that's right. She was naked. That's right. And that was in that show?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
That's Young Guns. I don't keep with whores anymore.
She was well made for a whore.
Mm-hmm.
Robbie says that leg drop can end someone. I think that's the point.
Do it. Let Nia don't get in the way. Let this happen, and then attack her after her. Fuck, let her cash in first.
Chris says Naomi cash in. Stop by Nia.
She needs to let her cash in and then interfere so she doesn't get it.
Chris says, I don't like Quitter too, but respectfully, Nia can fuck off on a cash in.
No, I don't want her. That's why I said, let the quitter cash in, like as in give the referee the briefcase, let him ring the bell, and then have Nia attack her, and then Tiffany beats her.
Yeah.
That would be a better story. Because then it lets her go on, because she doesn't need to be a champion.
Exactly. Robbie says, Nia brave to wear that monstrosity outfit.
A lot of fabric. Why is there a briefcase on his desk?
Whose briefcase?
Isn't that a briefcase right there?
Oh, I don't see anything. I can see something, but I don't know what it is.
It's a briefcase.
I don't think it is.
It's like a hard case, like you would have a drill in it.
Oh, the black thing. I'm like,
Yeah,
what
briefcase.
are you talking about? I'm trying to see like this white money in the bank thing.
Oh.
You're like, isn't that her briefcase? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I didn't say hers. I said, why does he have a briefcase? Oh, Lord.
I was like, even the ref stopped Quitter from cashing in, LOL. And Chris has RVD logo. Robbie's like, no, a big heifer jacks, LOL. Not the big heifer.
Hungry heifer.
Are you... guys are just being so mean to cows.
Because you don't think she's a cow. You think it's mean because it makes a cow feel bad.
Yeah. No cow wants to be compared to her. It's ridiculous.
Loyalty and respect.
Hustle.
RESPECT. The voice of the voiceless. Jake Paul's going to be fighting Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. next weekend. UFC has a pay-per-view next weekend. WWE has a pay-per-view next weekend. I'm sure somebody else has a pay-per-view next weekend.
Everybody's got pay-per-views next weekend. Robbie's like, LOL, cow. Laughing. And Chris is like, they blurred out Punk saying Cena is good at kissing Vince's ass. Oh no, how dare they? It's because they don't want Vince's name on anything, just so you know.
What you reading?
Elon Musk's first Neuralink is going to be implanted in someone in the next 6 to 9 months to help people that are completely blind see.
It will work. It's going to be crazy. And then people that can't walk, they're going to be able to walk again.
Chris says, I feel like that fight is an ice trap, LOL. Robbie says, I must stay in to watch Jake Paul. Oh no. And P. Cole says, what is Jake Paul's fighting record? Well, since he goes after old people and everything.
He's lost.
One time.
He lost to Tyson Fury's brother. I can't remember what his name is. Anthony Fury. I have no idea. But I don't know. He might have lost another one. Maybe had a draw. I have no idea. I don't remember. But if he wins this, he can fight Tank Davis next. And he wants to fight Anthony Joshua early next year.
Mm-hmm.
I think Anthony beats him pretty quick. Tank Davis is a different story. Tank's going to run circles around him, but I don't know if he has what it takes to hurt him. Because he's so little. Tank's only 135 pounds.
True.
But he can fight higher because Jake's 200 pounds. So
yeah.
He can fight him at 160.
Robbie says it's a good job I'm not in. It's a good job I'm not in to watch Jack Paul next week. Right? And Chris says Chelsea Green time.
There she is. She's got her mask on just in case. This outfit is absolutely hideous. Never been a huge fan of orange. Wow, this could be the main event for us.
It is going to be the main event for me.
After this match, we're leaving.
Robin says, I think AJ is a finished boxer. Supposedly he's just started.
He's supposed to be fighting Tyson Fury maybe around October, November. We'll see then, because... But I think AJ's done as well. That last fight that he lost was like crazy. I thought for sure he was going to be Dubois.
Right.
But not only did he get beat, he got hurt.
They're in a full-blown goddamn commercial. Motherfuckers.
A GD one.
Chris says, take that face mask off, Green. Why? We don't want her to get her nose completely ruined.
Lilo and Stitch Day is coming up on the 26th.
What the frick? Absolutely.
You're the one that told me that shit, so I put it in my phone. So is that his number? Was 626?
Yeah. Yeah. 626. Robbie says AJ will get hooked versus Tyson.
That looks like a normal dinosaur.
Well, yeah. Just that one that they decided.
Oh, and a T-Rex will probably come save him.
Maybe.
They already did that in one of them, though. It's kind of dumb.
That's true. Don't they do it in all of them?
No. In one of them, I'm trying to think the second one, how that one ends. Is that the one where they're in the city?
Where they bring him back?
Is that second one or is that third one? That might be the third one.
I want to say it's the third one.
Could be the second.
But I can't remember. Are you talking about the old ones with
Yes, the three. Goldblum.
Yeah, Jeff Goldblum, thank you.
So the first one, obviously, the T-Rex at the end attacks the Velociraptors and kills them. And then the second one, I think that might be the one where they fly him in, you know, and it's a rescue mission.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or is that the third one? So one of them is the guy pretends that he's rich, and he flies to an island because his son parachuted there and disappeared.
Right.
And then another one is it has Vince Vaughn in it, and they.
What's the one where they get attacked by where the girl gets attacked by the little ones?
Right. That's the one with the kid that disappears, and then the family goes to the island.
That's the third one then, because that's the one where the guy from the first one comes back.
Right. I thought he was in that one, and Jeff Goldblum was in the third one, where he goes to get his girlfriend back, which is the girl Julianne Moore.
Right. I thought that was.
But either way, those are the three.
Yeah.
And the T-Rex runs rampant all over freaking San Diego, whatever.
Yeah.
Ugh. And then in that one with the kids, I don't remember how that one ends.
I don't either. Like seriously, I've seen the first one so many times. I don't really ever watch the rest of them. Because I only like the first one.
I like all three of them. And
I don't mind the other ones, but I like the first one the most.
right. Well,
So I don't really watch the other ones too much.
there she is, Charlotte in her white robe. Well, pink and white. Looking fantastic, as always. Look at the size of those cuffs at the end of her sleeves. They look like cocoons.
I feel like she just went crazy with her robes this time. She's like, alright, I need robes, but they need to be extravagantly cray-cray. Like, absolutely beyond crazy.
Right.
And then she drops them there where she used to not. I don't remember ever dropping them that far away from the ring. Does she make him let her in still? Yeah.
Yes, oh yes. Usually not the ref. That's kind of weird.
She's like, you're gonna come and you're going to.
Still looking like Cher. Just not as much with her plastic surgery or whatever she got.
Right.
Botox surgery, whatever it was.
Botox surgery. Whatever it is.
I don't know what she got done this last time. She does look different than she did when she left. If she got her boobs done big again like she had them before, she'd be a champion already.
Maybe. Doubtful.
You think?
I don't think that Triple H likes her that much.
Fans would have liked her. Look at Chelsea Green.
Yeah.
When she got hers done, she became a star.
Oh, that's different. I'm just kidding. The rest of her looks good too.
Yeah, well, yeah. She does have the legs and the butt.
She's got a very curvy type of body, so it works. Chris says, "Oh, damn, why is Shark coming out like it's a WrestleMania gear?"
Well, it might be her WrestleMania.
Might be the only thing she gets.
With Triple H in charge, you never know what'll happen to the older ladies. Fuck, for all you know, she might win a mid-card title. Like Becky. That's just disrespectful to your champions. Poor Chelsea keeps getting kicked in the face.
Jesus.
Oh. Alba Fire.
I'm pulling on hair and stuff.
Oh. That might do it. Oh, somehow Charlotte kicked out.
This is funny.
No, I can't read that if I need to.
When it's time to clean the handbrake during the service.
Oh no.
Okay, so watch him. So it's like looking away, so he's like, ah. And people in the comments, the car point of view, right? Car, look at me while you do it. Car, look me in the headlights while you clean it.
Look up here.
No wonder they never show part of the car detailing. That's funny. Alright.
It is.
Chris says Alba Fire, it's fucking hot. No pun intended.
Hot in here. I'm gonna take my clothes off. It's a great TV.
That's creepy. Pickle's like, okay, I've doom scrolled enough. Doom scrolling.
Doom.
Doom on you. Doom on you. They're having a crispy tater tot commercial. That's funny. We're in a full-blown commercial break, by the way.
Cool.
And what we came back from was Chelsea Green and Charlotte Flair are having a match right now. And nobody's in the chat, so, there's that. And they've had a lot of tater tot and french fry commercials. One was technically for ketchup. The other one was for tater tots.
Boom. Half price shakes. Go get me one of those. I want the vanilla one.
What was that?
Half price shake at Sonic after 5.
Oh.
Seems like it's after 5.
It is. They only do it like during happy hour or whatever.
Oh, they bring it back up.
And then it goes back to normal prices. Not the effects. Oh, let's see. Pucola says, it's like an hour trip to a storage unit, so I'm thinking of introducing his 8-year-old daughter to old school rap.
There you go.
Robbie says, yeah, next weekend I will be emceeing at my mate's local rave. Should be quality. Spit a few freestyles. Get the crowd hyped. Picola says, wow, Chelsea has a Mardi Gras mask on.
Uh-huh. She needs to show her... Never mind. She needs to get some beads. Alba just got kicked right in the ear.
In the ear?
Yeah. It was supposed to be in the face, but she turned her head. So.
Oh, bummer.
Oh, Chelsea. That works. Oh, she's taking her mask off. Maybe never mind. Maybe she'll get some beads too. High risk.
Oh.
How is this high risk?
I feel like it's high risk that she took her stuff off.
Charlotte. Spare! I might do it. Nope. Just remember, her move is the figure 8. Uh-oh. She's going for it a second time. This time she got it locked in. Now she's going to bridge, see if a nipple pops out.
Ooh.
Wait, she already tapped before the bridge. Oh, God.
Oh, God. Ouch.
That hurt her little knee.
Maybe.
Well, Charlotte won, and they got the beat down. Fight the Hervis. The Hervis is kicking her ass.
They are.
Does Charlotte have a friend? Yes, she does. It's a blister. Future tag team champions. Uh-oh. Shit.
Robbie says, gone. Chelsea straight into a cover. He was like, oh my God, Piper just smashed her.
Yeah, she did too. Charlotte's legs look like she's like 87 years old.
I know, they're so gross looking.
Like, just eat a little bit. It's fine. You can eat a little.
Unique relationship. Oh. She's like, I didn't need your help.
It's gonna take a minute.
But she wants to be your friend. Piper's out there with Chelsea. Like, come on.
Jacob Cobb or whatever his name is. All right, we gotta go.
What are you gonna do about Jacob? He says.
I thought I was leaving. I wasn't gonna do anything.
We are, but.
All right, everybody, have a great weekend. Seriously, do fun things. There's a
Hey.
lot going on next weekend, so we will be here on Saturday next weekend. But at 11 our time, 1 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us tonight, this Friday night. Yeah, have a great and safe weekend out there. We'll be back on Monday for Raw.
Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab. Bye-bye.
Bye.